When installing cables above drop ceilings, it's crucial to adhere to specific codes and standards to ensure safety and prevent the spread of fire. NFPA 101 Life Safety Code Section 12.4 1.16.5 states that cableways, cable trays, and their support shall be securely attached. This means ensuring that the pathways used to route cables are firmly fixed and cannot easily become dislodged. Section 12.4 1.16.6 addresses cables installed in ceilings of plenum spaces. These cables must be listed as having fire-resistant characteristics in accordance with Section 12.4 1.14 and installed in a manner that ensures separation between cables in accordance with Table 17.4 1.14. The term plenum space refers to a compartment or chamber to which one or more air ducts are connected, forming part of the air distribution system. Cables in these spaces need to be fire-resistant to prevent them from contributing to the spread of flames and smoke in the event of a fire. NFPA 70 National Electrical Code, often referred to as the NEC, provides further guidance. Section 300.22 deals with the spread of fire or products of combustion. It mandates that cables installed in cable trays must be identified for use in cable trays and listed as having adequate fire-resistant characteristics. This requirement ensures that the cables themselves will not readily burn or release toxic fumes if exposed to heat or flames. Section 300.23 specifies the types of cables permitted in cable trays. Types MC, MI, NM, UF, TC, C, use, and other cables listed for use in cable trays are allowed. This section provides a list of cable types that have been evaluated and found suitable for installation in cable trays based on their construction and fire resistance properties. Section 725.152 addresses concealed spaces, stating that Class 2 and Class 3 wiring shall not be installed in ducts, plenums, or other concealed spaces used for environmental air handling unless specifically approved for such use. Class 2 and Class 3 wiring are low-voltage power circuits that may be used for various control and signaling applications. These types of wiring must be specifically approved for use in air handling spaces to ensure they meet the necessary fire safety standards. UL 910, the Standard for Telecommunications Equipment, Section 7.64.1 provides additional requirements. It states that wiring installed in plenum spaces shall be listed as suitable for installation in air handling spaces. This reinforces the importance of using cables specifically designed and tested for plenum environments, as they are engineered to minimize the release of smoke and toxic gases during a fire. UL 1863, the Standard for Communication Circuit Accessories, addresses cable ties. Section 4.3 states that cable ties shall be listed as conforming to UL 1863, suitable for use with the cable being used, and installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. This requirement ensures that the cable ties used to bundle and support cables are made of materials that meet fire safety standards and are installed correctly to maintain the integrity of the cable installation. In summary, when running cables above drop ceilings, several key considerations are crucial. Firstly, ensure that any cable trays or pathways used are securely attached to the building structure. Secondly, in plenum spaces, use only cables that are specifically listed and approved for plenum use, meaning they have fire-resistant characteristics and are designed to minimize smoke and toxic gas emissions in a fire. Thirdly, select cable types that are suitable for installation in cable trays, such as MC, MI, NM, UF, TC, C, or use cables, or others specifically listed for this purpose. Fourthly, avoid installing Class 2 and Class 3 wiring in air handling spaces unless it is specifically approved for such use. Fifthly, use cable ties that conform to UL 1863 and are suitable for the type of cable being used, following the manufacturer's installation instructions. These code requirements are in place to protect building occupants and minimize the risk of fire hazards associated with cable installations in concealed spaces. Proper planning and adherence to these standards are essential for ensuring a safe and compliant installation. These fire-resistant characteristics are essential in preventing the spread of fire and minimizing toxic fumes. It's important to consult the specific requirements of the authority having jurisdiction, such as local building codes, as they may have additional regulations or interpretations of these standards. Always prioritize safety and ensure that all cable installations are performed by qualified personnel who are familiar with the applicable codes and standards. By following these guidelines, you can create a safer environment and ensure compliance with fire safety regulations for cable installations above drop ceilings. The selection of appropriate cable types is also critical. Using cables not rated for plenum spaces can create a significant fire hazard. Plenum-rated cables are designed with special insulation and jacketing materials that release minimal smoke and toxic fumes when burned, giving occupants more time to evacuate safely. The correct installation of cable trays is also important. Cable trays should be securely mounted and supported to prevent them from collapsing or becoming damaged. Proper spacing between cables within the tray can also help to prevent overheating and reduce the risk of fire. Furthermore, it's important to consider the overall cable management plan. Cables should be neatly organized and bundled to prevent tangling and reduce the risk of damage. Proper labeling of cables can also make it easier to identify and maintain the system in the future. Regular inspections of cable installations are recommended to ensure that they remain in compliance with codes and standards. Any damaged or improperly installed cables should be repaired or replaced promptly. By taking these precautions, you can help to minimize the risk of fire and ensure the safety of building occupants. Remember to consult with qualified professionals such as electricians and fire safety engineers to ensure that your cable installations meet all applicable codes and standards. Continuing education and training are also essential for staying up to date with the latest regulations and best practices. Cable selection is paramount. Non-plenum cables release toxic smoke when burned, endangering building occupants. Plenum-rated cables have specialized insulation minimizing smoke and fume emission. Proper installation methods are vital. Cables must be supported correctly using approved methods. Sagging or unsupported cables can create hazards and violate code. Secure cable trays and proper spacing are crucial. Overcrowded or poorly mounted trays can lead to cable damage and fire risks. Inspect installations regularly for compliance. Damaged or non-compliant cables must be fixed promptly. Staying updated on code changes is essential. Building codes evolve, requiring ongoing professional development. Consulting professionals ensures compliance. Qualified electricians and fire safety engineers guarantee safe installations. Consider future cable expansion during design. Adequate space prevents overcrowding and simplifies upgrades. Maintain detailed records of cable routes. Documentation aids troubleshooting and future modifications. Proper labeling is essential for identification. Clear labels simplify maintenance and prevent errors. Using appropriate tools prevents cable damage. Avoid sharp tools that can nick insulation and cause shorts. Employ best practices for cable management. Neat and organized cabling minimizes risks and improves aesthetics. Proper grounding and bonding are crucial. Grounding prevents electrical hazards and ensures safety. Install fire stops where cables penetrate walls. Fire stops prevent fire spread and maintain compartmentation. Prioritize safety in every aspect of installation. A proactive approach prevents accidents and ensures long-term reliability. Complying with codes is not merely a formality. It's a commitment to safety and well-being. By adhering to these guidelines, you contribute to a safer and more reliable environment. Ignoring code requirements can have severe consequences. Penalties, fines, and legal liabilities can arise from non-compliance. More importantly, it jeopardizes the safety of building occupants and first responders. Staying informed about code revisions is crucial for ongoing compliance. Codes are regularly updated to reflect new technologies and safety concerns. Engage with industry associations and professional organizations. These groups provide valuable resources and training opportunities. Participate in continuing education courses to maintain your expertise. Ongoing learning ensures you stay abreast of code changes and best practices. Adopt a culture of safety within your organization. Promote awareness and accountability at all levels. Encourage employees to report any potential safety hazards. A proactive approach can prevent accidents and ensure compliance. Document all cable installations meticulously. Record serve as proof of compliance and aid future maintenance. Regularly audit your cable installations for compliance. Identify and address any potential issues promptly. Partner with reputable suppliers for quality materials. Using substandard products can compromise safety and performance. Invest in professional cable testing equipment. Testing ensures cables meet performance specifications and safety standards. Prioritize ethical considerations in all your actions. Upholding integrity builds trust and ensures long-term success. Continuous improvement is essential for maintaining safety. Regularly review your processes and identify areas for optimization. Celebrate successes and recognize outstanding contributions to safety. Positive reinforcement encourages a culture of safety and accountability. Remember, cable installations are not merely about functionality. They are about protecting lives and ensuring a safe environment. Embrace this responsibility and strive for excellence in every aspect of your work. The information presented here is for general guidance only. Always consult with qualified professionals and refer to the latest edition of applicable codes and standards for specific requirements. Compliance with codes and standards is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process that requires vigilance, diligence, and a commitment to safety. By embracing these principles, you can create a safer and more reliable environment for everyone.